Alright, so I've just received this in the post. It will be a wood grain decal and some bullet buttons for my PS3 controller. So let's open this up, and once again this is from XQ Gaming. And this really didn't take that long to get to me at all. So the reason why I didn't get these when I got the wood grain decal for the PlayStation 3 itself is because I think I just wasn't actually aware that they also did decals for the controllers. But then once I realised that they do decals for the controllers, I thought, okay, well, it would be pretty cool to buy a wood grain decal for the controller so it matches the console. And there's the invoice. And then there are the bullet buttons. Oh, we've got another PlayStation sticker there. So these feel quite heavy, so I think that they're actually made out of metal rather than plastic. And just looking at the colours that are on them, it's quite interesting in that 3 of them seem to be red, and then 1 seems to be blue or green. It's like 3 red ones and 1 kind of bluish green one for some reason. It would have been nice if each of these coloured rings matched the colours that you have on the controller buttons. But yeah, so these are actual metal. Like, I think this silver bit is metal as well. I think maybe they've been taken from real bullets. Let's open up the bag for the decals. So once again we've got some cleaning alcohol wipes, and there are the decals. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go away and clean this, because as you can see it's kind of dirty and stuff, so I'm going to give it a clean. I'm going to take it apart so I can put the bullets in there, but actually before I put the bullets in there I'm going to try and fix this, because it's making inputs itself sometimes when I'm playing video games. So sometimes when I'm playing a game it's as though someone could just be pressing random buttons on it, and it can get really irritating sometimes. I think it's something to do with a pad, like around here inside or something. So I'm going to look it up online, find out how to fix it, and maybe I'll fix it on camera. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, back in a while. Okay, so I've had a look online, and it seems that what causes the controller to kind of make random inputs on its own is a piece of foam that's inside, and like due to age it just kind of gets squished down over time, and so you just need to put some card on it or whatever to kind of build it up more. So let's do that. You can probably hear that rattling inside. So I'll put the screws into this tray. Right, so let's try and take this apart. Hopefully I'm not going out of shot with this with the controller. Okay. Let's see. I've got a screw there. I think the screwdriver might be a little bit too big. Get a smaller one. so let's lift this up. I think it's just kind of held in place by a couple of pegs. So let's try and take it off without damaging anything. So that just comes off easily. On this peg it's got like a little bit of plastic coming out to hold this plastic in place, so let's try and get it off. Let's pull it forwards and then lift it up. Here's the sponge there. There we go. So there is the sponge. So that's the underside of it. What I'm going to do, I'm going to stick some card or whatever onto this side to make it thicker, and then hopefully the controller should not have the problem anymore. Okay, so I found this thick rug tape which should do the trick. Now where did I put that phone back? There it is. Yeah, I'm noticing now how it's a little bit curved. And I've heard online that what can also cause the issue is the pad being curved, and some people say all you need to do is to just flip it around and then it will work. But what I'm going to do is we'll just try and kind of bend it back a bit if I can. And I think that's kind of straightened it now. And yeah, I'm going to put some rug tape on the back, and hopefully the controller will work. So, sure exactly how much to build this up. This has started to kind of bend up again, but just kind of in this area rather than in the middle like it was before, so I'm not really sure why that's happening. I don't know, maybe I bent it myself by accident. Let's put on some more rug tape. I do have some Gorilla Tape, which is a lot thicker than this rug tape, and I was actually going to use that instead. Just one strip would probably have been enough because it is quite thick, but the tape is kind of permanent, so I was thinking if it's too thick and I need to take it off, I may not be able to get it off without like ripping the sponge. So not sure if that will be thick enough or not, but you know, I'll give it a try. If I've still got the issue, then I'll just put on more rug tape and then hopefully the issue will go away. It should do. There we go. So let's pop this back on. Alright, so since I've had my grubby mitts on this this kind of like contact sheet or whatever you would call it, it might be kind of like, may have greasy fingerprints or whatever on it, which could affect how the controller is, so I'll use some of this isopropyl alcohol to clean it. Just give it a clean like that. hopefully that's enough. And I'll put it back into the packet just so it doesn't dry up. So actually fold it over like that, so I can put it further down and then just fold the packet over to kind of seal it a bit and keep it wet. Okay, so I'm going to need to take this apart even more because I want to install the bullet buttons. So not really sure what I'm doing because, like I said, I've never taken a PS3 controller apart before. So I think what I actually need to do is to squeeze in these white plastic bits, because you've got like black plastic kind of going over, and that's what's holding these into place. So that's moved out of this this black plastic thing. Let's do the same on this side. Let's use a screwdriver actually. Like that, and now I should be able to pull this out, and I am. So do the same with this one. Okay, so put that over there. So yeah, so installing these buttons now should be quite simple. So we'll take these out. Don't think I'm going to use this this PlayStation logo sticker on the controller. I don't think it would look quite right, really. So I'll pop the original controller buttons into this bag and keep them, because you never know, I may need them one day. And let's put these in. I think these buttons do sit a bit higher than the original buttons. So that's the three of them which have the red rings on them, and now for the one with the green ring on it. I think maybe it will look best to have this where the X button was for some reason. Kind of somehow looks more balanced that way. Okay, let's put this back on. Alright, so let's put things back together again. I'm not sure how well this is going to go at all. Yeah, they seem to feel okay, so I'm pretty sure I've put them back in correctly. And for some reason those lights are flashing. So yeah, let's start screwing this back together. And there it is. So yeah, I think the bullet buttons look really nice on it. You know, if the control was just left like this, I think it would look good with the bullet buttons. Okay, so let's put on the stickers. I did have a look at the video that I recorded before, you know, when putting in the bullet buttons, and when I was putting them in, it was completely out of shot, so I'm sorry about that. Hopefully this won't end up out of shot when I'm stickering it. So Yeah, I forgot to mention, I've cleaned this as well, so I'm not really sure if it's necessary to use the rubbing alcohol, but I'll use it anyway just in case it's for the best to do that. So we'll wipe this area first. Now let's dry it. Let's put this on. So you do have stickers for the buttons as well, but the controller, in my opinion, the controller just doesn't look right at all when you've got stickers on the buttons. I think it looks a lot better without them. Placing that was really difficult. So let's put on the other one. That was something I completely forgot to clean the plastic underneath this, but don't really think it matters. Alright, let's do this bit. Unfortunately, this rectangular hole, it's not properly lining up, you know, around the button. But if I do line it up correctly, then kind of like the rest of the sticker, it's not really kind of lined up with the controller, so it'll just have to be like that. And let's wrap that around like that. I was a bit worried that this part wouldn't line up and be kind of like covering the lights, but it's lined up really well. Okay, now for L and R. This is looking really nice already. These look like they're going to be quite tricky to get on. Let's see. Yeah, stickering the controller, like getting the stickers on accurately, is way more difficult than getting the stickers on the console accurately. And once again, I forgot to clean that part. I think it's because not only I'm having to concentrate on stickering this, but I'm also having to concentrate on making a video at the same time. So I think that's why I keep forgetting to clean the parts before I put the stickers onto them. It wouldn't be any good if I was to just clean all of the controller at the same time, like in one go, because then it would just kind of get grubby again in places, you know, with like greasy fingerprints and whatever, because of me having to handle the controller to put the stickers onto it. So just 2 more stickers now. Alright, so that is it. Let's take a better look at this. Okay, so it's been a few days now since the last bit of video that I recorded. I did try making a video straight after the last bit of video that I recorded, you know, showing this controller better, but the video didn't work out that well. But I think that's actually a good thing, because now I can talk about my experience with this when using it with the PlayStation 3. So for the last couple of nights I've been playing like Doom 2, Doom and Gran Turismo 5, and the controller feels really nice to use, the buttons feel really nice to use. I don't notice them feeling any different from the regular buttons. I can only notice that they feel different when I actually think about it, and then they only feel just a little bit different, and they do feel very comfortable to use. And the wood grain itself, it kind of feels kind of like satin, like a smooth matte finish. And this button here, you might be able to notice that this button is a different colour from these other buttons. So you can see I think it's brass, you can see that it looks tarnished on these 3 buttons, but on this one it looks bright and clean, and that's just because of use. You know, I've been playing a lot of Gran Turismo 5, so my thumb is mainly on this button, the acceleration button, and that has just basically cleaned the metal and made it look nice and bright and clean. And also I forgot to mention that the controller now works perfectly. I was a little bit worried that that fix that I did with the rubber sponge, that it wasn't going to work, but it has actually worked. You know, like I said, I've been playing a lot of Doom 2, Gran Turismo 5 for the last couple of nights, and the controller has been working perfectly. So I'll give you a look at the controller. Not that keen on how the wood grain ends there and there. It's not that big of a deal, but I'm not really sure why they've not made the stickers so they go right down to the ends there. And underneath there's no stickers there. And there's the back there. So I think these buttons actually do sit a little bit higher than the original buttons. And of course, because this is stickered, we don't have Select, Start and Sony there anymore, which is fine. That doesn't bother me at all. So now my controller goes with my PS3. Thanks for watching.